Hey friends, you're welcome to today's episode of Easy Cutting and Sewing with Kunmi. If you are new to this channel, you're welcome. My name is Kunmi. Every week, I come up with a seemingly challenging style while I take you through the process of cutting and sewing them. I do not just show you how to cut while I leave you to figure out how to piece together. Instead, I show you how to cut and I equally share with you a detailed step-by-step process of stitching together. This is what we'll be making today, and as the tutorial proceeds, I'll be sharing with you the likely challenges you will encounter and how to handle them, as well as the quantity of fabric you need for this project. This is the fabric I'll be using. You also need elastic and you also need a plain fabric, although it's optional. The plain fabric is optional. So in total, I used 1.5 yard of fabric for this project. Although I really had to manage. So if you want to make yours, you should start from 2.5 yards. That's if you want to cut it like a fillet. I will still be sharing with you as we proceed. So I am measuring for you to see that truly I have 1.5 yard. Mind you, the length of this fabric is 60 inches. So to manage this fabric well, I'm going to have to fold lengthwise. Okay, so I folded into 2 and I'm folding again. So this is on 4 folds. By this, I will be cutting the front and the back piece together. I came down by 1 inch, and from that 1 inch I came down again by 1 inch. I hope you can see that. So because this dress is not going to be starting from the shoulder, I'm just going to take 4 inches off. So my measurement starts from 4 inches. The length of the dress is 35. I'm going to add 0.5 inch to it for hemming. Right here I will come in by 1.5, and right here I'll divide our bust by 6 and add 1.5 inch to it to know the depth of our armhole. In marking the armhole of my client, you will notice that I still continued from 4 inches. For instance, if the depth of your client's armhole is 8, you are still going to continue from 4 and mark 8, not like you are going to continue from 0. Do you understand? So the next thing I'm going to do is to place my tape like this and see what I have from there to our armhole depth. Then I'm going to mark it right here and I'm going to connect. I just want to ensure that I have a straight line at this point. So this is going to be our bust line. I'm going to divide our bust by 4 and I will add 0.5 to it. After this, I'll give it a slight curve. Ensure your curve is really slight so the bust of your client does not show. I'm going to connect the bust to the hem of the dress. So I'm going to do it like this. The next thing I'll do is to indicate our waistline. I just want to confirm something with this. I'm going to indicate a waistline on both sides of the dress, and then 8 inches away from that is going to be a hip line. This depends on your client's body measurement. It could be 9. So I'll connect together. On a hip line divided by 4 plus 0.5, I want to see the measure of ease she's going to have. It's really not much, but we are going to make do with this. At the waist, I'm going to divide our waist by 4 and add 0.5 seam allowance to it. This is where our waistline is going to be, and this is the measure of ease that she has. It's not much, but we'll make do with it so we can cut now. But before then, I just remember that I need to add seam allowance, so I'm going to extend upward like this. So it's safe to say that I gave this upper part 1 inch seam allowance. Can you see? Now you can cut. So this is what we have. Notch the waist, notch the hip. I'm going to give this region a slight curve. I'll come up by 1.5. I'll come in by 0.5, which is my preferred seam allowance, and then I will give it a slight curve. If your own seam allowance is 1 inch, come in by 1 inch. So I'm just going to trim well. So I'm going to bring the fabric that is inside I'm going to bring it out. I would love to continue working on the fabric that has choking to make things easy for me. So I hope you understand up to this extent. I'm just going to simply trim out this straight line. So this is what you should have. Mark 1 inch downward from this point is going to be for your elastic casing. Flip to the other side and also mark 1 inch on both sides, then connect together. So this is what I have. You are going to fold like this. Like I said, it's for elastic casing. So I'm just going to secure with pin, then head over to the sewing machine to stitch. This is how you will fold. Can you see? Then you stitch. So I have done that, and this is what I have. The waist aligns, the hip line also aligns. So just in case you have enough quantity of fabric and you would also want the dress to be full around your body, this is how you should fold your fabric. You are going to fold like, if one part of your fabric is folded, you are going to have to slit it open later on. But if you don't want to have to slit anything open, then you should fold like this. Can you see? So I'm just going to fold like this. Mark anything, come down by anything first, mark here and mark the same thing on this side. We just want a straight line first, then you can come in by 1.5 just as we did the other time. Now you continue your measurement from 4 inches. So we are marking the length of the dress plus 0.5 mm allowance. Do you understand? So let's say this is my client's armhole measurement. Do you understand? Let's say that's my client's armhole measurement. Let's say I just added sewing allowance to the upper part. So let's say this is my client's bust divided by 4, and I just give it a slight curve, and then I just trim. So if you have enough fabric, this is what you should do. Then let's say this is the waist and this is the hip, then you confirm. Yeah, you definitely will have enough this way. So trim out pretty much everything we did the other time. So let's just say you trim out the chest line. This is what you are going to have. The elastic will pull it together like this. So if you have enough fabric, you are going to cut like this. So we are back to this. You are going to come up here by 0.5. Place your ruler again and give it a slight curve while stopping at that 0.5 marking. You know, because we folded the back, we now have a little bit of excess at this region. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So the next thing I'm going to do, overlock that side. You don't need to overlock this place really. So the next thing I'm going to do is to stitch this place. I've overlocked, as you can see. I'm just going to stitch as close as possible. I've done that. Can you see? So I'm going to stitch and stop here. I'm not going to close this place for now because I still need to pass the elastic. I'll do the same on this side as well, and then you can fold this place like this. I've done that. Can you see? I've equally stitched the side. I'm not going to overlock yet because I need to pass the elastic like I said. So the next thing I'm just going to do, hold this place temporarily with pin. I held it with about 0.5, which I'm going to stitch it with. So I'm going to measure my client's bust measurement. So I will stop right here and continue at the back. So this is where our bust measurement is. That is the little extra that we have. Do you understand? So from this 0.5 sewing allowance all the way to where our bust stops, we have 14 inches. So the elastic casing we are going to be putting will be -2. 14 minus 2, which is 12. I'm just going to add 1 inch to it as sewing allowance. So I'll be cutting an elastic that is 13 inches long. It's supposed to be 12, but plus 1 inch seam allowance. Do you understand? So I'm going to pass it all the way to the other side. I'm going to secure with pin here, and I'm going to secure with pin right here as well. Now I'm going to just finish the sewing at this point, and then I'll overlock. So I have done that. I have stitched and I've overlocked, and this is what we have. I've finished the hem as well. I overlocked the hem and then I stitched a little, just like I did the armhole. Can you see? It's pretty easy. For best results, get enough fabric and fold it like a flare. We couldn't get much ruffle at the back here, and luckily for my clients, she has a small body. Nevertheless, I'm still of the opinion that it would have looked better if it were fuller. So this fabric is 1.5 inch wide and 21 inches long. I would like to reduce the length. Actually, I think I should just reduce it to 19. And this is going to be for the neck, so I've reduced it to 19. It's just one, not two. I'm going to fold it into two and I'm going to stitch. I've done that. I'll put my pin, push it in like this. So I'm trying to flip it to the right side. So if your stitching is tiny, you will need to really be careful. So this is what we have. I'm just going to, with the aid of my pin again, I'm going to pass it through the casing we created, and this is what we have. It's too small. I can't fold in the mouth, so I'm just going to overlock. This thing I'm doing is highly optional. This is me just fooling around. I don't think it's necessary. This is the belt for the back. It's 4.5 inches wide and it's 30.5 inches long. And yes, I have two pieces of this because one belt is going to be on the left and the other on the right. So come up here by 1 inch and place your belt. I'll do the same on the other side. Just stitch as discreetly as possible. I'll attach this to the other side as well. Come up by 1 inch, don't forget that. Then you attach and you stitch as discreetly as possible. With this, we've come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly check the description box out, as I'll be leaving some details pertaining to this dress there for you to see. As a means of support, kindly like and subscribe to my channel. Also share with someone whom you think will find this tutorial helpful. If you need more clarification, leave me comments in the comment section and I will gladly respond to every of your concerns. Till I come your way next week. Bye for now.